Hey, how you doing? My name is Nay. For those who know me and those who don't, I ask that the Lord blesses my tongue as I tell you guys this, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so for the next one, so okay, for the next 3 pages, this is all because I didn't write the dates. I just wrote it down. After it was done, I just wrote it, but I didn't write the dates. But all of these are from November to now. All this year, 2018, from November to December, and a little bit after December, all the way up to yesterday. Okay. Some of these things I'm not gonna talk to y'all about because the majority of them are about other people. So I'm gonna start with this one. Remember, all of these are between November and December, ending yesterday. Okay. It says, I'm not sure where I am, but there's someone here with me as a man, and he tells me it's a mess in heaven. And I just look at him, and after that it was gone. Now, I'm not sure if it was one of the angels that God sent to me or whatever, but I remember him talking to me and him saying, he just came down to tell me that it's a mess in heaven. Now, I've been doing a whole lot of praying and a whole lot of talking to the Lord. And normally when I talk to the Lord, he replies to me immediately. But lately, he has not. He replies to me I guess when he gets the time, or when he's not so busy, or when it's something that he knows that I can't do on my own, he replies. Now, at a point, whatever I asked about, boom, he answered. Whatever I prayed about, boom, he answered. So, after a while, I was like, Lord, I know you're there, I know you're listening, and I talk to him all the time. And I told him, I said, I know you're busy, you got a lot going on, and you're trying to help everybody, you're trying to talk to everybody, you're trying to be there for everybody. I understand. I just miss you, because at a point God was coming to me personally. Oh, I guess I didn't tell you that. Maybe I did. Well, one time God manifested himself to me in, oh, I did say all about the Bible, about the one with, not the Bible, but the book of sin. And when I seen him and the sun come down, and I seen the white horse, I told you guys about that. And another time, God took me by the hand. He came down. He manifested himself in a man's body. I knew exactly who he was. But it was regarding somebody else. So maybe I didn't tell y'all about that or whatever. But God took me by the hand. And he took me in the room. He wanted to talk to me. And he was talking to me about a lot of stuff. I couldn't even remember what it was, except for one part that he wanted me to remember. The other stuff, I couldn't remember anything. But he talked to me about a whole lot. And I can't remember anything except for one part that he wanted me to remember. He was telling me that somebody was going to be getting out soon. It was going to go stay with the girl that they've been talking to. And I was just like, okay, so I relayed the message. And yeah, that happened like 2 days later. But God put me in the place that they were in. They wasn't in jail or nothing. It was a rehab. The person that I told you I was trying to help in the prior video, well, yeah, God told me that they was going to be getting out of that rehab place, or rehabilitation place, or whatever you call it. But it's for people on drugs. And people were crazy. And it's not the psych ward. But yeah. So God took me by the hand and he was talking to me about that and about a lot of other things. So I prayed to the Lord and I told him I miss him. It's different when he shows me things, or he shows me things and he speaks to me at the same time and tells me what I'm seeing, or he show me something. He'll show me standing somewhere, or he'll show me or he'll have me watching something that's going on around me, and he'll say certain things to me, or he'll talk and say little things. It's different from when he is actually in your presence. Now, when the Father's in my presence, I know that I'm a child, okay? I know that I'm his child because he takes me by the hand. He takes me by the hand, and I know who he is as my Father. And it's crazy because at first he would just, I guess he was trying to work me into it, and giving me little riddles like, okay, the Father is, but I never seen the Father, but I know my Father was there and things like that. And then it got to the point where he just started popping up. I was like, oh, okay, hi, but it bothered my heart. This is what I was talking to you guys about on my other video, and I was saying they said something to me that bothered my heart. This bothered my heart because The guy, he looked dead at me, he was talking to me, he was telling me that it was a mess in heaven. It was like it's a mess in heaven or heaven's a mess. And I couldn't understand why he was saying that to me because I was like, no, like my God is good. My God is good and he's fine. You know, I want to believe that he's fine, that everything's okay. And I guess it kind of bothers me. And I guess this is the reason why. When it comes down to the Father and it comes down to the Son, I feel like even though they're my protector, they protect me. I feel like I am to protect them, you know? And when I hear somebody talking about God the wrong way, it bothers me. It really does. Um, if they say something wrong about him, it bothers me. And I feel like in a way I should protect him. And I know his mind frame is he is to protect me. I talk to him a lot. And I tell him, Father, I may not do everything you want me to do the right way. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to give you what you need. Because he's my father. I love him. I do. And I love y'all too. But, I mean, y'all might ask me for something. And I'm going to give you what you need, not what you want. I'm going to give you what you need. Because it might come down to a point of time that you want something that is not good for you or not good for somebody else, or you may put yourself in a situation. And I talk to the Lord. I said, I'm going to give you what you need, And I understand if you get mad at me. I understand. But I prefer to give my father what he needs. And not if it's, because I know he gets mad too. He gets mad too. But I know he's happy sometimes too. Because, I used to pray all the time and talk to him and say, Father, I wonder if you laugh, if you smile. Do you rest? Do you have time to rest and have fun and smile and laugh? And when he showed me the book of sin, he smiled. I was like, oh, check it out. Father, you smiled at me. You let me see a smile. Even though he manifested himself in Samuel Lee Jackson body. It was odd, but he smiled. And I pray about that all the time. I talk to him about that all the time. I want to know if you smile. Do you have a sense of humor? I mean, do you smile? Are you happy? Are you safe? Do you get to relax and things of that nature? But they told me it was a mess in heaven. And in my heart, I don't think that it could ever be a mess in heaven because my father's there. And, I want to believe that everything's all right wherever he is. I want to believe that. I really do. I got to. Because I don't want him to be stressed out. If that makes sense. I know he's our father, he's our God. But I want the best for him. I may not do the right things all the time, and I know I'm a pain in the butt child, but I want the best for him. And I don't want it to be a mess in heaven. Because I feel like he worked so hard to get it that way, a good way, a perfect way. And I just really don't want it to be like that. But that's what they told me. Told me it was a mess in heaven. It bothered me. All right, so I'm going to go on to the next one. Actually, I'm going to put all these on here. The ones that are all between November and December. It's not many of them because most of them are about other people. You know what? Oh, I'm going to start a new video. Because on this next page I seen something about my ex-husband, but I think it's for everybody. So I'm going to put that on here too. All right, so I'm in this one.